of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hero of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
We're going to continue on this conversation with those who still are able to tune in. May the Lord bless you. Holy Apostle, you said something significant. Because people can't see Ahezaah
right.
and everything, even though they're told about it. And having the fact that, only what they can see, that's the Lord manifestation of that's what was given to them. But all those things that they haven't ever fathomed from the smallest of the small things they see, people don't even think about that. One of the great blessings from Ahezaah that having you here is taking to the things that we never thought about or looked at or fathomed. Because people only live what they can see, touch, like you said, touch, feel on their senses. But it's beyond that. It is, you only told us one time, Ahezaah's here in the angel's presence, and we were in a situation at your name change where Ahezaah manifested the angel's presence on a greater degree. And where we were at in this particular courthouse, even though there weren't many physical people there, but as it went on and what Ahezaah did with you in that courthouse, it became filled. It's as though it was like a full little seats was filled up and you had to literally walk through people as though you were going through like a concert or some kind of venue. And a lot of people, Ahezaah said that they would bear witness, and they would bear witness here. But people hearing that, brother,
well, the blessing actually in that particular day, that was for you, and I think
momentum was there. Yeah,
was there. That was for you to realize the truth of Ahezaah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody, one of y'all, or both of y'all, or that judge and the people that was in that courthouse, they needed to see that.
Oh yeah.
They needed to see what you seen and what we seen. And the thing about it was that Allah gave you all a blessing. Well, you've had many signs, but it gave you a blessing to see the angels come up in visual manifestation.
Yeah.
And all those people. The crowd of the spirit realm, the crowd because that was the last time that I will be going through that process.
Right.
That was for the third change. And and also that Supreme Court judge, that judge contacted me 5 years later to see what was going on with me, because he recognized what was going on. But that was a blessing for you all. And now the people don't know actually what happened because you didn't fully explain it. But so many things happen around me, and I'm not one that goes out in my way of sensation.
No, you're not.
Because I have concerns about people reaching for sensations and not reaching for Allah. And because people have a tendency to do that. They want the sensational things, and and I kind of forbid. I forbid our people to go around talking about various signs and things like so much so to make people think that when they come and sit in our circles, this is what they're going to get. I remember someone asked me, about a miracle of Allah, and I said, well, when you deal with the truth of the matter, Allah is commanding miracles every day. Right now, there's a miracle being commanded in you. Just you being alive. Just you, the blood flowing through your body. Just thoughts flowing through your mind. That's a miracle. But see, we want something big and uncommon to be looked at as a miracle. To some real small creature that can see us. What are we to them?
Right.
You know, look at that thing. That's a miracle. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a matter of perspectives.
Yeah.
You know, how you see a thing.
And it just made me think about Abraham. You know how Abraham went through these stages, and they're only going to give you different pieces of it. When Abraham said, you know, he thought that the moon was a law,
Right. Yeah.
and he thought the sun was a law, and
Yeah,
everything.
stars.
And I said, you know, people don't understand. You know, Ahezaah raised Abraham up to know it. You know,
Right.
because of his true seeking. But you know, people don't look at, like, people refuse to divorce themselves from what they're being told and really try to look at a big picture, like a law is in everything. And if a law is not
Yeah.
in something, it don't exist.
Right.
You understand? And people wouldn't look at it like looking at a tree in that way. They wouldn't look at a roach in that way. They wouldn't. And some people that do, then they go to the other extreme. Oh, it's a holy roach.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
True,
we do
'cause
know,
we know
some,
somebody who
you know,
went
they
that
take and
way.
they use it on the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a holy roach, and we can't kill the holy roach, and you know, this nonsense. And that's how people go astray. You know.
Well, let me just tell you something. Holy thought that Ahezaah told me once. The brother had said, you know, it's a holy roach. Don't kill that roach in this place. So everything in here is holy, and don't kill it. I didn't mess with the roach. Went home and everything. You know, went about my way. And I seen a roach somewhere else.
Right.
And Allah, I said, oh Allah. And Allah laughed when we started laughing. Allah said, I am the giver of life and I am the destroyer. Pow! Huh?
Yeah.
Allah destroys life every day, all the time, consistently. And we run around here where, like the Buddhists or the Hindus who gone astray. Oh, don't kill, eat with the rats. You know, worship the cow. Don't kill them. Don't do this, that, and the other. You know, they have the God, they have of the Lord. Everything is of the Lord. Everything is of the Lord. The Lord said the first law of nature is self-preservation. Man think the first law of nature is preserving man.
Right.
Huh? But the first law, Ahezaah is the reality of the law. El is the law. Huh? The first law of nature. El is nature. El is nature.
Right.
It's the natural. We're not the natural. It's the originator. It's the natural. It is the one that manifests nature in everything. Nature from itself. So the first law of Allah, El, Ahezaah, Amen, Ra, Brahma, whatever you want to call it, is self-preservation. To preserve itself.
Yeah.
And some devil done told man, the first law of nature is self-preservation, for you to preserve man. We're not worthy of preserving ourselves aside from El. We're not worthy of preserving anything to be used for something aside from El. El is the thing worthy of being preserved. And everything we do should be to preserve a remembrance, a memory, a connection, a realization, or an awareness of it. When I design my house and decorate my house, I don't do it to put mirrors all in there to see myself. I don't decorate it with my awards that someone may have given me to bring great pomp and whatever to myself. I design my home that when people come in, they say, oh Allah, oh Ahezaah. Praise be to Ahezaah. Not, oh Lord, Holy Apostle Dean, oh Lord, praise be to Lord. No. That's why they say, oh man, you did that. That's really, no, Ahezaah did that through me. Ahezaah gave me that idea. We discussed it. I have the privilege of discussing things with you. You know, but the truth of the matter is everyone receives their instructions from Ahezaah, their guidance from Ahezaah. And everyone is due to have a duty. They're indebted to give the credit and the praise to Ahezaah. Huh? Because it is the one to be preserved. See, if we preserve it, it'll give us peace. If we preserve it, it'll give us rewards of all kinds. We don't have to beg it. Oh, please, I need some water, Lord. Oh, please, I need some food, Lord. Oh, please, I need some gator shoes.
Right. Yeah.
The Lord knows what we need, and I ain't saying I need gator shoes or I'm a pimp or anything like that there, but I'm just saying the Lord knows what we need. And we don't have, truly, we don't have to ask that. We don't have to verbalize that. All we need to say, please, Lord, help me and have mercy on me. Guide me and cause me to be right with your guidance. Enlist me in your service. You know, don't make me estranged from you, but take me over every religion. See, a lot of people think, well, I'm here to represent Allah. I'm here to represent Islam. I'm here to represent Christianity. I'm here to represent Judaism. You're here to represent all the wrong things.
Right.
Because first of all, you can't represent Allah.
Right.
Allah can make you a sign of representation. But you can't do nothing in terms of that. Allah, the Lord El and its religions, its living words are too great for you to represent. Because by the law, if you represent, you're not supposed to go astray. You're not supposed to go wrong.
Right.
You're not supposed to misinform. Yeah. See, as clearly as I say, well, I'm a representative of Allah, I can clearly say, no, Allah represents me. It represents me over and over and over and over again. People see me represented on the TV show every week, over and over and over again. Huh? I'm only a sign of the Lord. I'm commanded, to be represented and to represent its name,
Oh yeah.
But I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm representing its perfection, because I'm not perfect. It is perfect. It manifests perfect things through me, perfected things through me, and it manifests things it makes things perfect for certain situations. But I'm not that. I'm used. I'm a tool, and we all should strive for that. That's all worthy of striving. But see, we make the mistake of that false representation. Then we possess it. Then we go kill for the wrong thing. Then we start oppressing people and putting demands on people, and start thinking that what we feel in our heart and our desire, oh, that's what Allah wants for us. So you got to do this, that, and the other because I feel it in my heart that Allah wants that for me. So you got to go, come on.
And many people use
That's where they go.
People use that.
That's where they go with it, because they're not right. They're not right. They're not worthy of the title of being a righteous, believing individual. So in our strive towards being submitted to the Lord El, to being righteous, regardless of what name you want to put on the religion or what have you, it is to preserve it. Now, if you working to preserve it in righteousness, then you're going to be right in your way of life, which is, in translation, you're going to be right in your religion.
Right.
And you don't need to put a name on it. Like the Chinese used to call it the path of the way.
Mm-hmm.
The path of the way what? The path of the way to it.
That's true.
But just like the Jews, the Hebrews demanded a king,
Yeah.
people demanded a name
They sure enough. Yeah.
for the religion.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna feel when you say Holy Queen.
She looked like she was about to go and do her number on me.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, don't you know your thought, but
You know him.
You know
got with
me.
the Holy Road. Then you talk about the Holy Road, and then you finished off the statement by
That
the.
was
He
just.
seemed like he trying to throw stones over here. He told you to hold your thought an hour ago. He just sat up there and talked for 20 minutes and you supposed to be holding that thought. You hear him, brother Fat Kid? He's over here trying to sound off on me on the TV set.
You know, I was.
Touche, Monsieur Bougie.
I was going to say that, you know, but we was talking about how Ahezaah is in all things and nothing exists outside of Ahezaah. And it's really hard for people to broaden their mindset to look at it in that way, you know, because they are under certain laws and orders and the structures of their lives to look at it, you know, in a limited way. And because of that, people get to a place and space in their lives, and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where that saying is: you can't give an old fool nothing new, or you can't teach an old dog new tricks or something like that. But I had an experience. You know, it was a real windy week, and one of my coworkers came to work and said that the wind was singing, and everybody just fell out laughing. And I said, oh yeah. She said, yeah. She said the wind was really singing. And then, you know, one of the other coworkers said, no, you was singing because the wind was cutting your tail.
Right.
And she was so sincere. And I said, no, the wind could have been singing.
Mm-hmm.
You probably did hear the wind singing. I said, sometimes Ahezaah gift us with to be able to hear, you know, more than what we are used to hearing.
Yeah.
I said, the wind has a life.
Yeah.
You know, I said, everything created has a life. It may not have our language, don't speak our language, that don't mean that it don't have a life and it don't evolve, you know, and it's not it's not attached to Ahezaah. I said, you know, don't let nobody have you to think because they haven't read it in the book that you crazy.
Right.
I said, you was just given a special gift today. You was able to hear something that people will live their whole life and won't be able to hear. I said, I don't know why you heard it, but yeah, I said, I heard the wind sing many a times. And I was telling her about Abraham. I said, that's how Abraham wound up going further. I said, because every time Abraham tried to put a stamp on a law, here comes something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I said, hopefully in your lifetime, maybe doors will be open to you so you can see that the Lord is not limited.
Yeah.
I said, just like you can sing, it allows the wind to sing.
I know other people probably want to say, you know, that girl all right, but she crazy. You know, they talk about the wind sing because his sister so-and-so said the wind sing. All they heard was the wind smashing up against the windows, banging the doors. But no, yeah.
You know, but and people don't, you know, they don't keen their hearing, they don't keen their vision.
But you know what? A beautiful thing, and I know I have an advantage. You know, but those people who are mystics or psychics who have their third eye developed or their psychic abilities developed, they know this is the truth. The wind could be still, and it could be no wind. It could be a still day, and you can still hear things in the atmosphere. You know, because see, the atmosphere is alive with the ever living.
Yes.
You know, and like I've heard birds have brought me messages. Dogs have brought me messages. I know people might say, hey, a little out there now, but Trees have brought me messages, you know, but it's like I'm not spooked out. I realize that those messages is directly from the Lord El.
Right.
You see, and it used to amaze me, but it became so commonplace, you know, that it was no more. It didn't amaze me. I started showing people things, and they said, "Oh, wow, that's deep," you know. But they would run away from me afterwards, you know. It's like, but the thing about it, that's why I talk about not getting involved with the sensation,
Sensationalism, right?
because people want to go out there dealing with the sensation of, you know, like life instead of, you know. Think about this here. Allah said that, I mean, it was written that when Prophet Muhammad went to paradise on the night flight,
Yes.
spiritual flight, people want to think he went in his whole body. They say,
yeah,
well, Prophet Muhammad whole body physically went. Man, shut up. They need to just shut up. You know, people been going to heaven and traveling for so many, I don't even know how much time before Prophet Muhammad was ever thought of, huh?
Right.
But the thing about it said that he didn't look neither to the left nor right.
Yeah.
You see, and people always saying, well, you don't look to the left, don't look to the left, they don't look to the left. But he said Prophet Muhammad looked neither to the left nor right.
Right.
Now there's a reason that Allah said that. Prophet Muhammad was in the spiritual realm, his mind was in his spiritual body, his astral body,
Right.
his ethereal body, and he was flying into a higher realm. And Allah did not allow him to get caught up with the visions on the sides of the path that would stop him from his journey, because once you get involved with what's on the sides of the path, you stop. That's what happens in life. If you going out and you a practicing believer and you trying to be of the righteous El, and you get involved with what's going on down the street, what's going over here, or the sanctity of the church and what have you, or the sanctity of the minister, all that minister is this, that, and it becomes a distraction from what? Our journey is supposed to be back to it. You know?
Yeah.
I did it again.
You told me to hold my foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. I know I got a big mouth.
No.
that's right.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I experienced this weekend. I said that, you know, if we could just get our mind out of being set on limiting Allah,
Yeah.
because we're limited. Because we are limited.
Oh yeah.
I can
Yeah.
open up
Well,
a
that's
bottle.
what people do. Because we're limited, they limit Allah. You know, you know this old story, what happened some years back with one of the brothers who was on the, striving in the way of the path. He said that I had came to the end of my knowledge. You know?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. Came to the end of my knowledge. And I smiled, and let him go. It's because he came to the end of his ability to
Right.
receive more. He thought that was it. And I guess he probably looked at this show and said, man, why he ain't tell me that? Or this, or that, or this.
And you know
weren't
what?
ready for it.
And the whole thing is that a lot of times people don't understand. Allah's not in the book.
No.
So you.
Well, a lot is in the book, but not in the book like what they think.
Right.
Right.
Well, what I was.
The book becomes their mind.
Right. What I was
Right.
referring to was this brother. He was one who lived off of information.
Yeah, so many people
He
do.
limited himself to information.
Right.
He didn't give himself up to Allah in all aspects of his being. He picked what was comfortable for him, and then he put a limit on himself, and that's all he wanted from Allah. You understand? So if we put limitations on ourselves to receive, then we only going to get what we're open to receive.
Well, he thought he was at the height of what he was to receive from Allah. Because see, people don't understand. Like, one of the beautiful things that Allah has given me is an understanding of the words that it's used for its messages.
Okay.
The English words it used for its messages. Now, we talk about knowledge. They think knowledge is information.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But Allah said knowledge is experiencing.
Right.
And then went further to say it's knowing what's on the edge of life. Like the ledge. You stand on the ledge of life. You stand on knowing something at the edge.
Right.
True knowledge is coming to the edge of your being, so that you could be taken over.
Right.
To the whole. Aside from your limitations to the perfect, to the light of the Christ, which Jesus was taken in, which Muhammad was taken in, which they in Arabic they called it the light of Nur.
Yeah.
Okay, Buddha was taken. Siddhartha Gautama, the so-called Buddha, was taken into the light, the same light. You see, and but when what people do is that they think that at the height of their awareness, the height of their ability for knowledge, for experience, for understanding their experience and gathering information, that there is nothing else. And those are the people who will turn to you, eventually say, I am God. God is my mind. And I've met some like that who truly began to believe that their mind is the greatest thing in life because of that language. Man is the cream of creation.
Yeah.
You understand? And there, there's nothing greater than man. And pushing that thing.
Yeah.
And then you have free will. You're free to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We're locked up in a cage, man. Life is in a cage. Life is in incarceration. A.H.A.D said that it is the manifester. Huh? Let's take that word. It is the man-infester. Huh? It infests man.
Right.
And it makes itself known in everything, being the all of everything. It knows all. It experiences everything. It's present in everything. When you come to understand the language, then you can take the steps in the path of the way to get to the reality of that language. That's our journey. To get to the reality of that language, to become a greater servant. We can never be as great a servant to anything as El is to life itself. It is the greatest servant. It is the absolute servant. It is the servant. We only can imitate in the illusions of our life that we serve it.
Right.
But it serves us. Huh? And let me tell you, it serves us up to all kinds of trials. It serves us up just like getting married, man. You're served up on a platter. I do? Yes, you do. I guess you did. Huh? Yeah. Served up.
Not getting, not getting off. I am getting off the subject. We only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
But
Remember, your relatives is watching this show.
I don't know what you mean by that, but anyway, relatives, I don't have a clue. But speaking about marriage, I said, was not the devil involved in marriage vows?
In the American marriage vows. Yeah,
Yes.
marriage vows.
And this Christian vows.
Yeah.
All you people that's thinking about getting married, write your own vows. Because how can you promise a thing and think you could deliver on that promise when you is not in control of your own being?
Yeah.
I promise to love, honor, and cherish you to death do us part. First of all, you don't even know when you're going to kick the bucket.
Well, I got to stop you there.
So you brought up that marriage thing.
I got to stop her. Because it's not, the devil tricked you into believing that it was meant for the physical death, because they enslaved the Christians, man, true Christians, with that. And they be hurting staying married and going into fornication and adultery and all kinds of things, but staying married in the sight of the church. But till death do you part. What is death? a discontinuance of something. It's not necessarily physical death. If I stop loving you, then our relationship is dead. And people, they done gave me the sign, so I'm gonna throw it back to the host that we gotta go.
We want to thank you for tuning to our I Have Over the Calm Before Storm. Write us at A.H.A.D Incorporated, Post Office Box 8795, North New Jersey 07103, or via the internet at Third House at yahoo.com. Lord, Holy Apostle, Holy Queen, audience, may I eat this peace and the blessing about your presence. Continue to watch and have a good
do
evening.
things right. To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you